It's no Crytek, but it gets the job done. I've proudly owned this gun, the CQC, for nearly 3 years now, and what makes me even more proud is to say only a single piece broke, the magazine catch and release. And I've ran it hard on an 11.1 LiPo with all internal stock. That's amazing. Starting with the externals, up front we have an ugly and somewhat beautiful, depending on who you ask, mock suppressor sitting on 14mm positive threads. I took mine off by clamping the gun down, put in paper towel around the mock suppressor, and used a wrench to take mine off. However, I recommend using the standard method of boiling water to melt the glue off the threads so you don't leave scratches on the mock suppressor like I did. Like I mentioned before, the mock suppressor sits on 14mm positive threads, which means you'll either need to buy a 14mm positive threaded muzzle device or get an adapter to use the more common muzzle devices that utilize 14mm negative threads. Behind the mock suppressor, we have our 3.5-inch quad rail. Nothing special about it, you can attach all of the cool stuff you have to it. Moving backwards, we have our magwell with the Elite Force logo engraved onto the left side and serial code with a block of text on the right side. For magazine compatibility, I have tested and confirmed that Elite Force midcaps, KWA K120s, S&T flash mags, Elite Force, Crytek, and Classic Army high caps all work. All of these except for the S&T flash mag will drop freely. Moving up, we have our mag release and catch. Unfortunately, the stock magazine release and catch were worn down and eventually wouldn't retain magazines anymore. Fortunately, that's the only thing to ever break on this gun, so instead I replaced it with an 8PS AMB magazine release and catch, which works remarkably well, and magazines can drop freely when you depress the mag release button. The stock mag catch also let the magazines drop free. Moving upwards, we can find our mock bolt release, which does nothing. And above that, a 20mm Picatinny rail, just waiting for you to attach all sorts of optics to it. The dust cover will pop open when you pull the charging handle back, but I took mine out and didn't put it back in properly and haven't bothered to fix it since. The hop up is pretty good and I've never had a problem with it. The trigger feels nice and clicks quite loud when pulled back all the way. Fast shooting on semi-auto is a breeze due to its low trigger weight. Moving on, we got a fire selector with the standard safe, semi, and full auto settings you'll find on most M4s. The selector switch is easy to move, but won't move around on its own, and there's a very audible click whenever you select the mode. The pistol grip is pretty standard. There's some stippling, but probably the best thing about it is the lack of that annoying finger thing. You know what I'm talking about. Moving up, we have our charging handle and forward assist. Both are pretty much the standard. Actually, no, they're the most standard thing on the gun. Moving backwards, we have a buffered tube with our lovely crane stock resting on it. This is my favorite M4 stock yet. It's the perfect width, and the butt pad is on a hinge, so you'll never lose it. Inside, you can fit a 9.6 Butterfly, 7.4 or 11.1 volt LiPo battery comfortably. The connections is a standard small Tamiya. Chrono, I use an Ace-Tech chronograph, Matrix .2's BBs, and a Tenergy 11.1 LiPo. After 2 years of use, my CQC is shooting around 320. However, when I first got it, it was shooting around 345 FPS. Shown here is the specs list on evike.com for the CQC. And to wrap up this review, the Elite Force CQC is a super versatile gun. You can use it indoors and outdoors with success and dunk on other players. This is probably one of the best guns any beginner can have, and even if you aren't a beginner, it'll be great. But if you already own a non-M4 airsoft gun and are looking into getting one, definitely get one from the Crytek's Trident series. I have the PDW and I absolutely love it. Well anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day.